Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts as the French, continuing our war with Japan now that the government, in its infinite wisdom, has called short the war against China. Although, to be fair, the army minister was probably freaking out. Soviet Union's head of Admiralty replaced, as is Japan's. Attack undefended ports, do a lot of port damage. Outstanding. Modern Battlecruiser, just after we finished designing our fast battleship. That's alright, we're going to stick with the fast battleship. Battlecruiser 4, though, and especially the large cruiser, I'm interested in because of some of the other suggestions we've had for this design round. Let's see, we are at 1 month to go. No real fights. This is, okay, that is destroyers. Those are defensive fleets. And then we have our heavy mobile fleet. Probably going to put that in my Zuru to help block. It's a defensive fleet. Where did our battlecruiser fleets go then? Oh, right, they're being repaired. One is in Comoran Bay. Still getting done. The other one's in Manila. Also being repaired. Alright. What is this then? That's Battlecruiser, Light Cruiser. Don't want to combine these fleets, but I do want to intercept. We are sitting at a boatload of ships. Lots of destroyers, which I don't usually do that. And they have been immensely useful. We have a lot of defensive fleets, though. Shall we try to keep... We already invaded Northern... Oh, no, Northern Hokkaido, not Honshu. Yeah, we'll go ahead and trigger that invasion, because it'll be a few months. Financially, we are now over on our fleets. Building 2, 2, and 2. 2 months, one of the battlecruisers for export is out. We're over because of our repairs. That's the big reason. We'll just wait a month. It's fine. I do want to finish out the recommended designs. The last 2 designs we want to do, provided by Lightning Dragon, are a heavy and light cruiser. Biggest guns we can mount, primarily forward mounted, but not exclusively, and set up to eliminate roll. Other than that, I'm going to follow the design tenets, for the most part, that we have been following for all of our other ships. Alright, there we go. I want to take a look at this battlecruiser real quick, though. Comparing it to some of the other... I forget which one we'd used exactly. It's not too bad. But I am interested in the large cruiser because of the design recommendation. Hull form's better for the modern heavy cruiser too, so we might use that. I saw really big. Oh, it's technically a battlecruiser. So that's supposed to be like an Alaska hull. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to stretch this one. Believe beam should help with roll. So should draft. And I don't see a sweet spot in the middle there where there's a local minima. We'll extend the range. The natural speed is 34.5. For that hull, we will go with spacious quarters. Oil. Probably geared turbines too. Add in our maneuverability. Probably go with something like electrohydro. You know, let's make it a habit of this generation of ships that we're going full on with that. Triple bottom, reinforced hull, no depth charges on a heavy cruiser. So we have a choice of Light Modern Tower 1 Enhanced. Light Modern Tower 3. 2 should be in between. Yeah, the 3 is the best option we have. We need some room up forward. So we have a rear tower with room to the sides and a barbette back aft. In various sizes, an auxiliary tower with a small barbette in the middle, as well as long range accuracy boost, which I believe that's the same for this one. And we've used this one before. I think for the space savings, we're going to go with this one. We'll have a heavy battery somewhere in the middle. We'll stick with the light funnel for now, and we may change that. Oh yeah, the engine efficiency isn't enough. Mega funnel 4. Gets closer. I might have to induce on this one, or shift to a different propulsion system. Now we're looking for big guns, 11 inches on a heavy cruiser. Let's see if we can fit that. I'm gonna use duals. Can indeed fit that. I don't like the way that looks. We need something a little bigger. Yeah, that's too small. I think this is the one that we use on a lot of our battleships and such. 11-inch dual barrels. Actually, what are the marks? Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 5 for the 9s. It's fine. That works. Move you forward slightly. There we go. Now we've got the sweep. Squeeze those in there. Throw a third one back here. For now, I'm going to put it further aft. I have a forward weight offset. Is that too close? Actually, can we fit? I don't think it's going to fit quite right. It's going to restrict. Oh, no, that's not too bad, actually. Can we use this short? Oh, that is not short. Why would you say that? The thing's tall. It's huge, in fact. As is that one. I think that's even more restrictive. I can spin it around. Oh man, we can really squeeze that pretty far in there. That leaves us a pretty good sweep. Bring this back a little further. Tuck it in. Alright, sweeps are good. Forward offset is not too bad. We're looking at barbettes to add to this. Standard ratios, as is the normal. Use high capacity shells, semi-armor piercing. Maybe ballistic capped. Full ballistic. Yeah, that's a significant boost. And the ricochet angles are not bad. Whereas like here in the middle, these tend to have bad ricochet angles. Light shells, increased ammo, 2 powder, 2 TNT, 4. Go for electrical. What is our rotation speed? Almost 6 degrees a second. We're looking at almost 2 rounds per minute. Gonna go for stereoscopic on this one. Sonar, radio direction finders. Do we want torpedoes, and what kind of secondary mounts are we looking for? Yeah, that doesn't quite work. It's unfortunate. Doesn't restrict it too much, so we might be able to stick it up there. Do we instead replace it with triples? I don't think we have the tech for that still. We do not. So we do take the accuracy hit. coming along to that davit. Yeah, that's going to block it significantly. So we're not going to do that. I don't want to raise these up because they'll block this turret. I want those 5s to have a clear line of fire. No casemates. We do have room for some 2s up in the tower. Oh, it interferes with the funnel. Interesting. It's a fair amount of 2s there, though. Does not interfere. We can stick another 3-inch there. So we have a series of 3-inchers, a couple of 5s, bunch of 2s, 11-inch. Our proliferation of logistics problems. Now for the big weight increase, the Citadel armor for an all or nothing. We could instead go for turtleback armor. We would lose some of the protection, but gain resistance and armor strength. It's actually worse though. For weight. I like it for the armor quality though. We're going to max out. Superstructure 2, conning tower 2, 2, fix the offset 2.5 maybe. Not a lot of extra protection for the steering gear, but it's something. Let's see. And we haven't done the actual turrets yet either. So we're setting on 104. What's the range on these? 22. %. Length increase, and we're looking at 25 or 32 for armor piercing. I don't think I want to go beyond that though. 5-inch, we're looking at 12 kilometers with AP. $13.5. Can we make them 5.5s? Gets us up to 14. Then the 2s and 3s I'd like full length. 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers. We'll make those 4-inch. Then we'll leave the 2s. So 10 kilometer envelope, 12 kilometer, 14 kilometer, and then the mains. So these are protective batteries. Now I just gotta find where to make up the weight. Could switch. No, diesels are heavier. Yeah. Proof of that. Turbo electrics are even heavier. I'm not gonna be able to make the weight up in the engines. Make up a little bit with the triple hull. I'm gonna strip the torpedo protection. Considering what kind of ship this is. Oh, I like that profile though. It's a very Bonnie ship. And I would like it to go even faster. I just see that as being a difficult balancing act. And it is a heavy cruiser, that makes sense. Difficult to balance. Shorten up the range a little bit. That actually gets us a lot. Reduce the crew complement. There we go. Get it just under. Good efficiency, which we were at 25,000 kilometers before I switched to the balanced boilers. So that works. Could switch to induced instead, but we're going to... Oh, the balanced has more vibrations. I thought it had less. Alright, induced it is. Get our full conning tower armor back. Actually, let's go for forward belt to offset additional deck armor for the steering gear. There we go. Oh, and I haven't even considered torpedoes. It's heavy cruiser. Going with the American thought of design. Oh, and I did want... Is that going... Yeah, going beyond is a big jump. If you go beyond, though, it's not that much more for each. It's that first bit beyond the design weight of most of the hulls that causes the issues. So the Furio. There we go. There's our heavy cruiser. Not that we're going to be able to lay down any hulls until we finish repairs. And then we have the light cruiser companionship for it, which also should have large guns for its size, but should also have a heavy complement of secondaries. It's going to add its gunfire to the heavy cruisers when necessary, while also protecting them. There's a lot to fit on a light cruiser hull. We'll find out. 35.5 is the design speed. It's going to need to be big beam, big draft. We'll start with spacious quarters, but I'm sure that'll change. Geared turbines, maneuverability, balanced. I think we want Electro Hydro 1, Prop 5. For double hull, reinforced, anti-flood. And we did go with turtleback for the heavy cruisers. We don't necessarily need to do that for the light cruisers, but we're going to try. And they will be equipped with depth charges. Looks like a straight line progression. Secondary tower. We have the small version of the heavy cruiser. Funnel wise, ooh, that is a big improvement. I don't think we can fit two on there though. Yeah, I can't squeeze them in. We have one big funnel, Reduced might not even do it. We'll have to go to forced. Max barrel size is going to be 7 inches. Do something like that. If I could fit it says it'll fit. I would like to put the same pair of 5-inch turrets as the heavy cruiser. There we go. And we slide the 7 back in there. Oh, we can't put heavier 3 right there. Not enough space, but custom hardpoint it and stick it out. Does that interfere with this one? I think it does. No, it does not. All right. There's our heavier battery. We could stick a barbette in there and put on another one, but I want to see weight first. 2-inch. Not as much space available. Alright, let's stick on our heavy barbettes. Rebalance our ratios. High capacity HE shells. Capped ballistics, because these are supposed to help out. Look at that, with capped ballistics we have the penetration qualities of the 11-inch with the semi-armor, semi-ballistic. 2 powder, TNT 4. We'll go for electrical, semi-auto. I'm gonna say coincidence rangefinders on these ones. Sonar. Radio direction finding does help with the reconnaissance. Throw them on there. Looks like this one's going to be a little bit easier to fit everything. Not that it will be easy, just that it is easy. Well, maybe it will be easy. Ah, we have not done torpedoes though. We definitely want those. We don't have a good spot for them right now. So I think we will remove that turret and that turret. Not able to stick any of those on there. Can't fit those either. Just not gonna give it. It's giving us the wrong placement points, so I don't think we're gonna be able to super fire. That would have been nice for the secondaries. Let's just try to squeeze them in a little bit. have poor angles of fire, but they'll be there. Then we can slap some torpedo launchers at a very poor angle of fire, which interferes with their fire. So our secondaries will have a poor rear angle. Or we can remove them. Stick these more there. And return the 3s to this. Gives us a little bit of a rear sweep. So we have good angle of fire, very good angle of fire forward. We have a sort of good angle of fire with a small blind spot to the rear. And our broadsides are covered. And we've got the torpedoes to match. Got our 2-inch up in the tops. Go super extended on the 7s. We'll go, actually we'll make these identical to the ones on the heavy cruiser. Which means they'll be 5.5s. Puts our overweight, which is fine. Actually, maybe we'll do 7.5s at that. Or even 8s. Should have upsized the heavy cruisers to 12s. That's certainly impressive for a light cruiser. Like, that silhouette looks like a heavy cruiser. And that's kind of what it's being built like. I do want these guys to be full length. 3's full length as well. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Maybe we can move the torpedo launchers. We haven't even tweaked the torpedo launchers to be heavier. I like that distribution a little bit better too. Looks nicer than the cramped that we had before. Extend their range just a little bit, but then odd caliber. Gets us above 11.5, almost to 10 kilometers with HE. We're definitely overweight now. We have a strong forward offset. Alright, we've rebalanced her. But now we are definitely overweight. Go for cursory superstructure. Oh, this doesn't weigh as much as I thought it would. We lose the radio direction finders. We still haven't switched our torpedoes. 21 inch is what we've been using. Seems to fit okay. Oh, nope. Now it is angry about it. Yeah, it's the torpedoes it's having an issue with. Very close to the gun. That's okay. This one fires back. This one fires forward. Awkward though that may be. Reduce the crew quarters. Which makes sense. Light cruiser. Would like to get up higher speed, but yeah, that's just very difficult weight limitation to get past. I think this is our light cruiser companion for our heavy cruiser. A very interesting design that I would not have done myself. Not because it's a bad idea, just it's not how I usually use my light cruisers. So I'll be interested to play around with that one. So thank you again, Lightning Dragon, for suggesting that. Breaks kind of the tradition that we've had in the French Navy since the beginning. But at this point in the campaign, I think that's appropriate. We've got a lot of tech unlocked. We're getting some interesting designs out, or options out. So it makes sense to break the tradition and kind of have some fun with it. Especially as we're dominating. We'll get those laid down hopefully next month when the battlecruisers finish repairs. And we'll do that in this episode. Been doing longer episodes recently. Algorithm might not like them, but you all seem to be doing well with them, and it allows us to fit some action and design work in the same episode rather than having to split it up. And I haven't been able to record as much recently. Hopefully this goes out on Saturday. The new Soviet Admiral, head of Admiralty, already being warned. Better minesweeping. Our mine's doing some work. Lost 2 transports to Sea of Japan. Makes sense. We launch our new invasion. We get southern Hokkaido. Ottomans retain their territory. Kamran Bay, repaired but not rearmed. Don't really care. We're still going to send them all out. Then Manila, repaired and rearmed. And they'll go after the other group. They're headed into the Sea of Japan. They're staying stationary. They're headed to the Sea of Japan. So we'll get our heavy fleet into Tsushima Strait. See if we can't block those movements. Alright, we have 1 month. We're at 25% with 154,000 tons. I kind of want all of these in there. So this group will go into the northern end of the circle. This group will head to the northeastern side. Oh, they want to go through. Okay. We can go to the south then. We'll see if we can't get this one over to the east side. Even if it goes through. Hopefully they don't get blocked. Oh, rather than Tsushima Strait. Should squeeze in there and lock that in. Do they have the tonnage? They do. Baltics, I don't think there's anything to see. We have 50,000 tons to play with. We are making gains on transport capacity. $50,000 we can not really lay down. That honestly looks like a battleship. That looks like a heavy cruiser. To my eye. I love it. It's craziness. I love it. Lay down one of each to start. Because they're 29,000 tons for one of each. That's not going to do us well. Everything else is coming along nicely. Yeah, let's go for one more month. Get us into the autumn segment of 1928. Ah, better boiler weight. We ran into some mines. Not surprising. Lost 3 transports in the East Asian Sea. Britain's at war with China. Nice. We gained northern Hokkaido. We'll send our battlecruisers to try to tackle this fleet. They'll approach from the northeast. This one will swing around to the southwest, and our defensive fleet should help prevent that way. We'll see. I don't think it'll actually prevent anything. Army's making no progress. See, that's one of our invasion fleets because it has 8 battleships in it. And what looks like the Belarus is our other one. Send those 2 and see how that works out. This is our modern fleet. That one will stay in position. 4 destroyers or 2 heavy cruisers. Send our Verites that way. They are also elderly, but we'll keep it. Since we missed our opportunity for a fight. We finished some of the exports. Good. Throw on another heavy cruiser and light cruiser. Although I have not assigned them to a port yet. Oh, I haven't done that with the mains either. Alright. So for these guys, I want to put them in... Why does Barcelona have so much tonnage in it? What is Nice? Throw them in Marseille. And then our other ones will go to Valencia. Now to answer that question. Some republics are here. Okay. Right, they're the defensive fleet out here in the Mediterranean. In case something kicks off. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in the Adriatic. Barcelona had the other ones. These being built? No, because we finished all production. Madeleine de Brest. Battlecruisers. I do not remember. I have no recollection. Look forward to using them at some point. What do they look like? I remember this period of shipbuilding because we had a couple designs that had that kind of layout. Okay, there we go. Less than 20,000 tons left in the shipyards. Long time to go before they expand. We'll go one more month, I think. There we go. We were looking for a fight. We found the Warusawa, namesake for the class, against our Thetis, namesake of the class. We outnumber them though. They've got 15-inch guns, theoretically dangerous. And our battlecruisers are older. I have full faith that we'll decimate them. We overpower them, and we've done very well against the AI. Oh, right, the 2 rear turrets. Looks like they have one forward, one aft. Very far aft engines. Light cruiser, let's charge ahead. Destroyers will follow the light cruisers, or light cruiser, singular. We're gonna leave guns on auto. All right, let's go. We're using stereoscopic. We are. Ooh, very close range engagement. It's going to be exciting. Let's get full broadside. Go ahead with your torpedoes. Already launched. Woo! In time. Two torpedoes, one dud. Got the smoke generators for our destroyer. We'll do the cruiser as well. Did you take the torpedo? Oh man. Our battle cruisers keep running into them. Let's do a tight turn. These are fairly maneuverable. Look at that, the timing. Alright, you're going to avoid effectively? Yes. Gonna manually screen our battle cruisers with the light cruiser. All right. See if we can't get a torpedo launched. Not a great angle. Switch their guns to HE. Oh, you did not launch that direction, did you? You sure did. Let's get our destroyers to rejoin the group. Now that they've made their torpedo run. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Full HE, please. Wait, how much armor? Oh, 2.7. AP on the secondaries. Got our hit on the Tama. We're now having a very bad day. Oh, don't hit our light cruiser. Alright. Light cruiser will retreat. Oh, we horribly mismanaged this whole battle. Because this is a short range brawl. We done with the Tama? I think the Tama might be done. There we go. Try to get the Hashidate while we chase down the battlecruiser. There we go, a couple good hits on the Hashidate. Very enflambe today. Ah, main gun partial penetration. There we go. Good hits, lots of flooding. Sinks to extensive fire. Alright, now we'll reverse our ammunition use and chase down the Warusawa, which is managing 26 knots. Stern chase. Let's get these moving. See if we can't catch up. Ooh, she's turning. Actually has a fair amount of 15-inch guns. The torpedoes are not reloaded yet. Neither are ours. Angle was good, but not good enough. Main tower partial hit. Yeah, that was long. All three turrets, one good hit, back aft, straight through, causing some flooding. Hopefully take out the steering gear, open up a good opportunity for some torpedo use. Short range combat. 2 hits. Aft and forward belts. More flooding. Excellent. That's what we like to see. No hits on that set. Aft belt penetration. Ah, there's the steering gear room. Get our torpedo launchers good to go. They're now rotating and she is turning. Watch from her angle. Oh yeah, she's having a bad day. 6 torpedo hits. There goes one of the main magazines. Cascades over to the port side. There goes another one. Not reflected in the post-combat, but she was done. Our light cruiser took some pretty significant damage. Took some unnecessary torpedoes. The first one was definitely unnecessary. Light cruiser, we couldn't really evaluate that one. And I think it was the Triton in the lead? That torpedo might have been unavoidable. Regardless, the results are beneficial. But it does mean I'm going to have to go back for repairs again. So that was a bit of a chaotic melee. Still, we lost no ships. Ooh, we might have lost ground on making transport ships. Sweden wants 2 destroyers. They're so light. Yeah. Finland wants 3. Again, light. These are our damaged ships, which we will send to Manila. Undamaged. Don't see any Japanese ships out there, so this one will head up this way. This one will block exit from the North Sea of Japan. Our invasion progress is 61% chance. We're blocking all the exits for this ship, for this fleet. But we need to have a little bit more tonnage involved. How much tonnage are these? 50,000 tons? Yeah, I don't think that's going to make enough of a difference. We have months though. Financially, we're good. Transport capacity is holding. We have less than 10,000 tons left in our shipyards. Slew of techs coming along. 1 year for most of our cruisers. 2 for most of our heavies. And with that, I'm going to call a close to this episode. So, I appreciate you staying to the end. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.